This is the Jason Walker Show. Two-time National Sports Media Association Montana Sportscaster of the Year and three-time loser, the Jason Walker Show. The best local and statewide sports coverage, featuring the biggest guests from Montana.
Flint Rasmussen joining us here on the Jason Walker Show.
He's freaking exhausting, too. You used to dance a lot more. Yeah, I know, lady. I'm 51 years old now.
The NAI Hall of Famer Mike Van Diest joining us here, Jason Walker Show. And is it just a deal where quarterbacks have to be good golfers?
Well, that's all they have time for. They don't work out. They don't lift weight. They don't do anything else. They might as well go get on the golf course and at least have some fun.
And from across the country,
Doug Gottlieb, our guest here on the Jason Walker Show.
End of the day, remember, it's your show. It's got your name on it.
Howie Mandel, our guest here.
Jason Walker, deal or no deal?
the Jason Walker Show.
Hey, what up? Happy Thursday. Jason Walker Show. Happy first day of winter in the Off-the-Wall Mancave. Get a hold of Off-the-Wall Advertising, Chase Cloker, for all of your indoor advertising needs. You can also partner up with Off-the-Wall and Jason Walker Media to even expand your advertising. Big show coming up today on a show that you can always watch on Facebook, X, YouTube, listen on Podbean, Network One Sports, also on Rumble, Instagram sometimes, I think. I don't know. Spotify, Apple, iHeart, Podcasts, Google, JasonWalkerShow.com, JasonWalkerMedia.com. We're going to chat some hoops and Christmas movies today with Townsend boys coach Tyler Patrick. Also, East Helena coaches Ty Ridgeway, Carson Bender. As always, you can tweet us at JWalkerSports. You can email Jason at JasonWalkerShow.com. Text in 406-209-1267. Saw some Bobby Houck money numbers we'll talk about in a second. Walk Up, brought to you by Montana Custom Log Homes. Veteran-owned, family-owned, woman-owned, and operated. Check them out, yourcustomlog.com. Bobby Houck got paid. Getting paid. So, the run to the championship, for the first time in, 14 years, gives some big bonuses to Bobby Houck. $58,500 in performance-based incentives so far, which is about a quarter of his base salary. His base salary is just under $222,000 a year. Assistant coaches and strength and conditioning coach each $12,000 in bonuses. So Houck got $10,000 just for winning 10 games. He got another $10,000 for winning the Big Sky Conference. $5,000 for qualifying for the playoffs. Picked up $2,500 for the second round of the playoffs. In addition, got $5,000 when he was named the Coach of the Year for the Big Sky. He got $6,000 for hosting the quarterfinal game, or second round game against Delaware. And then $6,000 total for reaching the quarters and hosting the quarters. And then $10,000 more for advancing to and hosting a semifinal. And then $5,000 just for reaching the semis. That was $10,000 total. Okay. And then he got $10,000 more for advancing to the championship game. If the Grizz win the national championship, Houck would get an extra $50,000. And when they total up the season tickets numbers from the year, that'll be $35,000. So he did miss out on $80,000 in bonuses. He did not win the National FCS Coach of the Year or play an FBS team this year. He would have got $5,000 for the Eddie Robinson Award and $75,000 just for scheduling an FBS team. In the spring, this is nuts. Hauk, depending on the GPA for the football team, could get up to 7,500. The academic progress rate, which is the APR, which doomed the Grizz about a decade ago, that's another 7,500. The up to 7,500 for the graduation success rate. And if he attends UM/GSA, Grizzly Scholarship Association functions, he gets an extra 30,000. Oh, by the way, he also on April 1st of this year received 50,000 for being employed on April 1st of this year. Money just flowing out of the University of Montana football coffers. Oh, man, that's a lot of dough. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Brent Vegan has similar incentives. The Cats, obviously, he got some, but didn't get them all. So he got them all a couple of years ago. And different schools obviously have different incentives. It's higher FBS level. It'd be interesting to see what North Dakota State or South Dakota State's coaches get for bonuses. Well, the bonus for high school coaches is that they get to coach high schoolers and teach the game of basketball and the game of life. One of those is East Helena boys coach Ty Ridgeway, and he joins us now here on the Jason Walker Show. 2-1. All right, Coach. So I went to the Havre game a couple of weeks ago. Took the little one and my wife and had a blast. Went to the boys' game, then went to the girls' game. So, but I didn't want to come. I didn't want to come find you after the game because I think Havre hit 27 threes in that game.
Yeah, it might have been. It might have been more than that. It seemed like more than that.
Oh, man. They could not miss.
No. Yeah, it seems like teams that come and play us, they don't miss. and I know it's not a lack of our defense. It's just, we just teams can shoot well against us, and we just got to make sure we're getting hands up But we'll get there. We'll get there.
I saw a lot of positive things from the Vigilantes that night, despite the loss. And I know you guys are 0-5, but I saw a lot of positivity as far as ball movement. Lack of consistency, though, seems to be kind of a big key there.
Right. Yeah, we're if we could play 2 quarters, if games for 2 quarters, we'd be okay, I think. That's our struggle right now. We need to play 4 quarters of basketball. We're allowing a lot of second chance points, offensive rebounds, putbacks. So, just not boxing out and being physical. And, we've got, I don't want to use it as an excuse, but we're still pretty young and, and inexperienced. And, we're working on it every day in practice, those little things and trying to keep the kids, encouraging them and staying positive. And because I know they're down right now after those games too. And, to chew them out and rip on them isn't going to help a whole lot, but,
right.
So we're, step by step, day by day, we just keep telling them we got to be playing our best basketball towards the end of the season. So.
Well, and that's every coach, every team has that philosophy. But like I said, there were a lot of positives. I mean, you're playing sophomores, you're playing juniors that don't have a ton of experience yet at the varsity level, but there was some good things, and I know you guys as a coaching staff are focusing on that as well. But I was impressed, and I can't wait to go watch you guys again.
Well, good. I'm glad you guys were able to come, and yeah, it'll be not next year until you see us again. So
it won't be almost spring.
January 23rd. Yeah. So.
Oh man.
Yeah, we got back from Browning yesterday morning at 2 a.m. After a long weekend in Hamilton, and so the kids are tired, I know, but their spirits are still good. We had a Christmas party yesterday, exchanging gifts and having some pizza, and And so, just keeping that bonding together and keeping their spirits up, and so it's a process, but we'll get there.
How do you approach the winter break as far as how much time the guys get off, how much work they got to do on their own, and then when do you bring them back?
So today I'm going to open the gym up from 9 to 10 to allow them to come in and shoot. It's optional. So today and tomorrow we'll do that. And then we're back at it on the 26th.
Okay. Is optional kind of mandatory?
In a coach's sense, yes. I know the kids are tired, and with these trips that we've been on, so I'm not going to be too hard on them if they're not there. But I'm sure. We had kids in the gym yesterday morning at 7 a.m. after we got back at 2 a.m.
Wow.
Getting shots up, and our younger kids were there, and so, which is encouraging. I was happy to see that. So.
East Helena boys coach Ty Ridgeway, our guest here, Jason Walker Show. Favorite Christmas song of all time?
Oh, I'm going to have to go Jingle Bell Rock.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
You and Brandon Day. Those are the two.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, it's a popular song. I've got a lot of favorites, but it's my kids, it drives my kids nuts. I'll start playing Christmas songs right after Thanksgiving and in the house. And so.
Okay. So I know the answer to this then. My wife and I all week have been discussing this, and it's been voted on all week online. Do you want Christmas music 24/7 from Thanksgiving to Christmas Day, or sprinkled in like Continental Divide Radio is doing?
I like the sprinkled in.
Real? Okay. That surprises me. Okay.
I like the sprinkled in. Yeah. I mean, it's, I'll play it at school in the classroom a little bit, some Christmas music, and then, here at home a little bit, but I also like to listen. I'm a big country music fan too. So, usually it's country Christmas,
Oh, well, yeah. So, I mean,
yeah. That
is kind of the best outside of the older traditional stuff from the
older
40s
traditional.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
All right. Is Die Hard, is Lethal Weapon, are they Christmas movies?
You know what? When people ask me about that, what's your favorite Christmas movie? Those two movies have never ever popped up in my mind. Yeah. It's always, Christmas Vacation, Christmas Story, Elf, Four Christmases. I don't know if you've seen that. I saw that the other day. It was Vince Vaughn. It's hilarious.
It is good. It is good.
But no, I've never thought of those two movies as being Christmas movies.
Because if you use the logic, and everybody does, well, it's a Christmas party for Die Hard, except
right.
Rocky IV then becomes a Christmas movie because it took place on Christmas Day, the fight against Drago.
Yep.
Right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So, okay.
Yeah.
How do you spend the holidays?
Oh, let's see. Well, it's going to be nice to have these, 4 days off, 5 days off, I guess. Just spending time with family, the kids. I haven't got to see them a whole lot these last couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure they'll still want to go to the gym and shoot hoops, and which is fine. But no, just getting some Christmas shopping done, watching Christmas movies. Christmas Day, we usually go to a movie at the theater.
Okay.
But yeah, spending time with family, mom and dad, and the in-laws, and it's great. I love this time of year.
It is a good time of the year. Also, you don't have to worry about all the sickness that's floating around in schools.
Right.
My little one got it yesterday at lunchtime. So
oh no.
Yeah. Her last day.
The stomach stuff.
Yep. She was so bummed because she's like, I have to miss PE. I'm like, sweetie, you'll be okay.
Mrs. Featherston she'll understand.
That's exactly what we told her. Is Mrs. Featherston will be totally fine with it. Well, Coach, I look forward to seeing you guys January 23rd. Good luck on the road for the entire month of January.
Yes. Well, thanks, Jason.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and we'll talk in a couple weeks.
You too as well, Jason. Say hi to the family and go Vigilantes.
That is Ty Ridgeway joining us here, Jason Walker Show, in the Off-the-Wall Mancave. Die Hard, Lethal Weapon, Rocky IV. By the logic, by logic, because it involves Christmas, Just Friends is another one, then they're Christmas movies. You can let us know what you think. Are those Christmas movies? At Jay Walker Sports, at Radio Divide, at Jason Walker Show on the X. Email Jason at jasonwalkershow.com. Jingle Bell Rock is a good one. By the way, voting for the Christmas conversation, Christmas music, it's like 86% in favor of Sprinkle It In. One might say, Danny, sprinkle it in. But he's doing well down at Utah State, man. Holy cow. He is doing so awesome, and it's great to see. Super proud of that kid. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. When we return, we'll check in with East Helena girls coach Carson Bender. We'll find out his favorite Christmas song. And also Tyler Patrick, Townsend boys coach, still to come on this final Jason Walker Show of 2023. Don't forget Continental Divide Radio, the music of your memories. We play 70 years worth of music, and you can check it out on the Apple App Store. There's an app for it. Download Continental Divide Radio. You can also say, Alexa, play Continental Divide Radio, and it's awesome. But check it out. Let us know what you think about the station, too. Quick break, come back. Carson Bender will join us next here. Jason Walker Show, The Walk-Up, brought to you by Montana Custom Log Homes, the premier log home company in the industry. 50 years experience, the finest craftsmen available. They will build you a home that's going to last for generations. Check them out, Montana Custom Log Homes at yourcustomlog.com. Coming right back, Jason Walker Show.
Strength, beauty, grit, superior craftsmanship. Our homes have it all. At Montana Custom Log Homes, if you can dream it, we can build it. With 3 divisions and over 50 years experience, we've got you covered. From a showcase home to a small cabin, we make your vision a reality. Because every cowboy wants a castle for his queen. Montana Custom Log Homes, crafting homes that last for generations.
For more than 20 years, Off-the-Wall Advertising has built a track record of success helping businesses like yours across the state of Montana. While working with hundreds of businesses, including Jason Walker Media, they have developed a system for success. Off-the-Wall Advertising utilizes indoor advertising, placing professional billboards in high-traffic locations. Let Off-the-Wall Advertising show you how to get the return on investment you expect from every advertising dollar. Off-the-Wall Advertising, along with the Jason Walker Show and Continental Divide Radio, have packages for even more bang for your buck. Contact Off the Wall today at offthewallmt.com to schedule a free consultation. Winters in Montana can be cold and snowy, so let Auto Concepts set up your vehicle with a remote starter system. A remote starter will get your car or truck warmed up on those cold Montana mornings before work or taking the kids to school. Auto Concepts is also the go-to place for everything to enhance your ride, from bumper guards to bed rugs and tonneau covers too. Let Auto Concepts make your commute or drive comfortable. Auto Concepts in Helena, the auto enhancement professionals.
Summer, the season to work hard, play hard. The days are heating up and getting longer. The smell of fresh cut grass, the hot sun on your skin. We kidding. We all know you're really thinking about having fun and relaxing at the Copper Club Casino. Meet your friends for a cold one. Play a $5 or $2. When you want great service, cold drinks, and fun entertainment, this is the place. The Copper Club Casino, where everybody knows your name any time of year. On Euclid, across from Molendi Center, the Copper Club Casino.
There's only one place in Helena to cure your craving for Cajun cuisine, and that is Cafe Zydeco. From po' boys and catfish to jambalaya and much more, Cafe Zydeco has the best Cajun this side of New Orleans. And Cafe Zydeco cares about those that take care of us. Military, law enforcement, first responders can get your drink free as a way of saying thank you to those that protect us every day. If you're looking for a place to grab lunch or dinner, get the flavor of the Big Easy in Big Sky Country at Cafe Zydeco on Euclid in Helena. Do you love to look at photos of Montana, from animals to landscapes and more? Are you looking for a place to get your senior pictures or family portraits done? Are you a business owner looking to upgrade the decor in your offices? Well, look no further than Mark LaRoe Photography. Mark has been shooting beautiful photos all across the Treasure State, from rodeos to portraits, and would love to work with you. Visit marklaroephotography.com to see many masterpieces of his work, then give him a call to schedule your own photo shoot. Or to purchase one of his fantastic pieces, stop by Spirit of the Big Sky Gallery on Custer in Helena. marklaroephotography.com.
Store-wide savings are what you'll find when you shop for new home furnishings at Rucker's Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Rucker's, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our selection of Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $299. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
Welcome back to the Jason Walker Show.
Welcome back, Off-the-Wall Mancave. So, Eartha Kitt's version is obviously probably the best version. But I've kind of fallen in love with Kylie Minogue's version of Santa Baby. Santa Baby, a 54 convertible to it's seductive. Oh. This segment brought to you by Rucker's Furniture. Make the quality choice for your home at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena. I don't even know what else to say other than this.
Check out my Christmas list.
It's just always been a fan of Kylie Minogue. Anyway, all right, let's move on. Oh goodness, final show of the year, final fun of the year as far as the Jason Walker Show. Let's see here. Tyler Patrick coming up, the head coach of the Townsend boys on this day in history, the walk-off, and much more as we get you set for the holidays. 4 days left, I believe, till Christmas. And today is the first official day of winter. Shortest day of the year. It's just going to get nicer and nicer from here on out. At least time-wise. We know in Montana that the weather's coming, but who knows when? If you're looking for a white Christmas, doesn't look too promising for most of the state. Promising is how this team and their coach entered the season. Still promising after first 5 games of the year. East Helena girls coach Carson Bender joins us off the wall man cave here. Jason Walker Show.
All right, Coach. It's been a couple weeks. I talked to Coach Ridgeway about this, but I went to the Havre game, took my little one and my wife. I was very impressed. Outside of the end of the game with the 30-0 run at one point, I thought the girls played really hard, really well, and a lot of great things came out of that for me watching the Vigilante young ladies.
Yeah, they did play super hard. That group definitely does not give up at all. For sure, obviously, we would like to not let the other team go on such a huge run, but we see those as pretty fixable mistakes. Like I've said this before, I'll probably continue to say it, but we're still a young team, so we're figuring out how, just some ways to fight through when the other team makes it, hard to score on us or hard to score or those sorts of things to kind of get out and prevent those runs or stop runs. So, but yeah, super proud of those kids.
Well, you could see it too, and I'm sure you've seen it in the other games, but you could see the confidence when you're up 13 on a team the caliber of Havre, and then once they started to make their run, it was almost like not panic set in, but too many turnovers at right there in that stretch, as you well know. Obviously, I don't have to recap the whole game for you, but I did see positives, and again, that youngness is only the experience will grow the more they play in meaningful games, which is the rest of the year now. But I was very impressed, and you guys should be commended on battling the way you do.
Oh yeah, thank you. Appreciate that.
Great gym too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Great atmosphere.
I know you're not where you're at record wise, but are you pleased with the progress so far?
Yeah, I think so. Our schedule is a lot harder this year. We talked about that the first time around. And so I know that the record isn't, I'm not really concerned about that at all. Obviously that's going to start mattering once we hit conference play, but we're making some nice steps forward. I don't know. Yeah, we just got to continue to get better a little bit every game, and then be ready to go. Really playing our best basketball come mid to the end of January, and try and make a push there. So I have seen improvements every game. Browning threw a wrench at us and threw a zone press at us, which we haven't seen yet this year. So that was another great learning point for having a couple freshman guards out there and all that. It's like that's as good of a press as you're going to see from anybody. So it's great to be able to get that in a non-conference game and to have that to look at and work through at practice.
When you and I talked a couple of weeks ago about the strength of the Eastern A as a whole, and then I forget about the West with how good Browning is. They've been in the state tournament the last few years. That's a pretty good basketball team over there too. So you guys definitely are getting thrown the gauntlet here in the early portion of the schedule. You guys have, I think, 6 or 7 straight road games coming up in January?
Yeah, we've got it. I think it's 3 weeks in a row. Yeah, we're on the road. Yeah, we're not home until January 20th, I think, is when I figured out the next home game was.
So sometime close to spring on this first day of winter.
Yeah. Yep.
Carson Bender joining us, the East Helena girls basketball coach. All right, favorite Christmas song of all time?
Oh man, I'm gonna go with I've always liked Silent Night. Something calming about it. Yeah.
Nice. Whose version?
I am not good with the artists. But usually, you know what I would say, I like a choir or some harmonic, like multiple singer version of it. Yeah.
I like that. My favorite version of Silent Night, you can check this one out. Garth Brooks, his first Christmas album in the early to mid 90s, is a great version. And my radio station's been playing a ton of Christmas music. So this has been a big fight in my house this week. Do you want Christmas music played 24/7 from Thanksgiving on, or do you want it sprinkled in until Christmas Eve, Christmas Day?
Sprinkled in, for sure. I always get over too much of one thing. Yeah.
Well, I mean, as much as you love Silent Night, you can only hear it so many times a day.
Exactly. It loses its luster if it's played a lot.
I've been asking coaches this week, favorite Christmas present you received as a child?
Oh man, we did a game yesterday, and this came up at practice. I think probably the one that sticks out to me the most is like my first bike. Yeah,
okay,
that was a big deal.
Nice. Did it have the banana seat, or were you too young for those?
I think I'm a little too young for the banana seat. No, I didn't quite have that one. No,
those were brutal as a kid. Those were terrible. All right, and I've also been asking coaches, are Die Hard, Lethal Weapon Christmas movies?
We had this debate on the bus the other day. we definitely talked about this.
What do the girls say?
Oh, it was the coaches on the bus. But
what does Coach Arnson believe?
Yeah, I feel like the general consensus is you can count them as Christmas movies because they happen during Christmas. Yeah.
Okay.
Sort of. I mean, I don't know. Like it was kind of a whatever push, but maybe that they're just good movies and should be watched. I think that was the general thought. Yeah.
Well, here's two more for you to think of and bring up. Just Friends with Ryan Reynolds is set around the holidays, around Christmas.
Yep.
And also Rocky IV, by that logic, becomes a Christmas movie because the fight against Drago took place on Christmas Day in Russia.
Oh, yeah. Didn't even think about that. There you go. Yeah.
So then it becomes, of those, Die Hard, Rocky, Lethal Weapon, which is the best Christmas movie?
Yeah. That's a tough one. I don't know. Yeah.
How do you spend the holidays?
Yeah, we'll with my family. We always my parents, my wife's parents, they live in Deer Lodge. So sometimes we stay here, and sometimes we go over to Deer Lodge. This year we'll pack up the kids and bring them over to Deer Lodge and spend Christmas in the big city. So.
I do have to say, at least the roads will be good this year.
Yeah, that's a plus. Yeah, it's about 80 degrees warmer than last year.
I know, exactly. I brought that up the other day. I'm like, we had like 2 feet of snow and 30 below a year ago. So as much as I want a white Christmas, I think this is good weather.
Yeah, the break from the cold is a little nice. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
It's coming. So.
Oh, yeah. And we all know that as Montanans.
Yeah.
Well, Coach, I appreciate it. Enjoy the break. Enjoy the holidays. Merry Christmas to you and the family. And we'll talk in a couple of weeks as we get geared up for conference. All right, Coach. It's been a couple of weeks.
I'm not sure what happened there. Carson Bender joining us, Jason Walker Show, Off-the-Wall Mancave. Appreciate his time this morning. And I was going to play this. So the Garth Brooks version is my all-time favorite, but I found this version the other day. Sinead O'Connor. It's eerily good. And I mean eerily like eerie. Pretty good. She had such a great voice. One-hit wonder. We all know the song, but this is a good song of version of Silent Night. So you can check that out, Continental Divide Radio as well. Let's take a break. We'll come back, and when we return, we will check in with Tyler Patrick. He is the boys basketball coach down in Townsend. The segment brought to you by Rucker's Furniture. Make the quality choice for your home at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena. Bulldog boys coach Tyler Patrick next. Jason Walker Show.
Store-wide savings are what you'll find when you shop for new home furnishings at Rucker's Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Rucker's, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our selection of Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $299. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
Jason Walker here, and if you're like me, some nights are mine to cook at home, and there's only one place that I know I can trust for a quick, easy meal for my family. Dinner's Done Right. When I stop into Dinner's Done Right, I trust that there will be a great selection of food that is healthy and easy to cook, either that night with their ready-to-make dinners, or I can plan for a weekend dinner from their frozen choices. And when I'm out and about in town, I know I can stop in for the grab-and-go salad bar with the freshest ingredients and homemade dressings. For monthly menus and more, visit dinnersdoneright.com.
Strength, beauty, grit, superior craftsmanship. Our homes have it all. At Montana Custom Log Homes, if you can dream it, we can build it. With 3 divisions and over 50 years experience, we've got you covered. From a showcase home to a small cabin, we make your vision a reality. Because every cowboy wants a castle for his queen. Montana Custom Log Homes, crafting homes that last for generations.
Winters in Montana can be cold and snowy, so let Auto Concepts set up your vehicle with a remote starter system. A remote starter will get your car or truck warmed up on those cold Montana mornings before work or taking the kids to school. Auto Concepts is also the go-to place for everything to enhance your ride, from bumper guards to bed rugs and tonneau covers too. Let Auto Concepts make your commute or drive comfortable. Auto Concepts in Helena, the auto enhancement professionals. There's only one place in Helena to cure your craving for Cajun cuisine, and that is Cafe Zydeco. From po' boys and catfish to jambalaya and much more, Cafe Zydeco has the best Cajun this side of New Orleans. And Cafe Zydeco cares about those that take care of us. Military, law enforcement, first responders can get your drink free as a way of saying thank you to those that protect us every day. If you're looking for a place to grab lunch or dinner, get the flavor of the Big Easy in Big Sky Country at Cafe Zydeco on Euclid in Helena. For more than 20 years, Off-the-Wall Advertising has built a track record of success helping businesses like yours across the state of Montana. While working with hundreds of businesses, including Jason Walker Media, they have developed a system for success. Off-the-Wall Advertising utilizes indoor advertising, placing professional billboards in high-traffic locations. Let Off-the-Wall Advertising show you how to get the return on investment you expect from every advertising dollar. Off-the-Wall Advertising, along with The Jason Walker Show and Continental Divide Radio, have packages for even more bang for your buck. Contact Off the Wall today at offthewallmt.com to schedule a free consultation.
Summer, the season to work hard, play hard. The days are heating up and getting longer. The smell of fresh cut grass, the hot sun on your skin. Who we kidding? We all know you're really thinking about having fun and relaxing at the Copper Club Casino. Meet your friends for a cold one. Play a $5 or two. When you want great service, cold drinks, and fun entertainment, this is the place. The Copper Club Casino, where everybody knows your name any time of year. On Euclid, across from Molendi Center, the Copper Club Casino.
But baby, it's cold outside. But baby, it's cold
This
outside.
is the Jason Walker Show.
Been hoping that you drop in. I'll hold your hands, they're just like ice.
Unlike some places, we'll continue to play this song. Baby, It's Cold Outside, Dean Martin. Pretty good. He's got a version, well, he was dead, but because of the world of magic of technology, Martina McBride and Dean Martin have a good version. Pretty good. Garth and Trish's not bad. Idina Menzel, Michael Bublé have a good version of this one. So, lots of great Christmas music, for sure. Back in the Off-the-Wall Man Cave, and this segment brought to you by the Copper Club Casino. Drink and gamble responsibly on Euclid in Helena. Tough loss the other night for the Townsend Bulldogs. However, they can go into the holiday break with a .500 record. And joining us here in the Off-the-Wall Man Cave to talk about the boys from Townsend is the head coach in his second season, Tyler Patrick, joining us here. Jason Walker Show.
All right, Coach, how you feeling after the first couple weeks of the season? Do you see the growth from your boys?
Oh, absolutely, Jason. With our first conversation about starting off with a young team, there's obviously going to be some, growing pains that come with, a young team that hasn't really played with each other before. And these, first couple games, 2 wins, couple losses, I think we've showed that we're kind of starting to click together as 5 solid guys. And, I really feel like we're starting to see, who's going to score down the stretch, who's going to do those things where, we only scored 5 points in the fourth quarter against Whitehall, where that was a learning experience for our guys. Like, who's going to, be the guy that takes control, or who's going to be the 3 guys that takes control, or, depending on what the defense is giving you, how are we going to score down the stretch? And we hadn't figured that out yet. And sometimes it takes a game or 2 to figure that out.
Tough one the other night against Three Forks, but positives that you take out into the conference or going into conference season at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, obviously Three Forks is a really, 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 really good basketball team. They're really well coached by Terry Hauser. Really physical. It's probably the best man defense all year. And so it's a rivalry too. So you got to take that into consideration too. When, everybody's, blood pressure's higher, and it was a really, really, really good game by our guys. We just didn't make shots, and but that's how you win games. You have to make shots.
Right.
So, but yeah, we saw a lot of improvement from our freshman starter, Tavin Anderson. He's really young, but he's athletic as heck, and our guys are finally starting to click with him. We finally got him comfortable with, varsity play. He's being way more aggressive, and I think he was our highest scorer against Twin Bridges. So once we kind of piece all this stuff together, that'll be a lot closer game, and hopefully we get the victory on that one.
Tyler Patrick joining us, Townsend boys coach. You've been around the game a long time. You've played the game a long time. When shots aren't falling, but the team is still playing very good, what do you tell them?
You just got to tell them to keep believing in their shot. If you start to hesitate even a little bit on your shot and you're not a shooter, then it's never going to go in. And, one thing that I really like about our guys and the coaching staff is we all do believe together. It's kind of funny. A lot of coaches end up watching, the Apple TV Ted Lasso, and it's, it is truly, if you do believe in your teammates, in the process, and yourself, really, that's where it really comes from. You'll start believing in making your shots, and then once you make 1 or 2 or 3, then it's like, we're on. But until you truly believe, it'll never go in, and that's been part of that growing pain that we kind of talked about, a couple minutes ago. It's going to be a struggle at the start. Who's going to score down the stretch? But if you're looking at all other 4 guys, it's probably not going to be you. But if all 5 guys are believing, then it's a totally different ball game. And we don't lose a 16-point lead against Whitehall. And the game from, 2 nights ago is a lot closer, and down the stretch, who knows what happens, but what's awesome about our coaching staff is even after a loss like that, we'll sit and talk about the positives. And I think that's really a good thing for a young crew like we have.
Favorite Christmas song of all time?
Favorite Christmas song of all time. In class yesterday, I was surprised that not a lot of kids knew about Neil Diamond's album. Neil Diamond is probably one of the most underrated Christmas albums of all time. But my favorite Christmas song, I'll go with my dad's favorite. It's 12 Days of Christmas by Straight No Chaser. and they like totally switch up in the middle and start singing it by like the cadence of Africa by Toto.
Ooh.
So it's a good listen, and I think my family is getting tired of my dad wanting to hear it on repeat. But it's such a good song, and it's hilarious.
Okay. I will have to check that out. And also, I did not know about Neil Diamond's Christmas album.
Oh, yeah, and I was getting mad at my students, but Jason, you got to get on Neil Diamond.
I'm a Neil Diamond fan, but I didn't know about the Christmas one.
Little Drummer Boy is probably the best one on there.
Well, that's a great song, and I'll have to. Oh man, I'm on it today. I'm going to add it to Continental Divide Radio. I will be uploading Neil Diamond's Christmas album.
It's great.
Okay, so I've been asking every coach this week, are Die Hard and Lethal Weapon Christmas movies?
I mean, it's kind of a lose if you say no. So I'm going to say yes and just leave it at that. Because if I say no, I know I'll be getting texts, calls, emails. We had 4 games in 5 days in Townsend. We had a Friday, Saturday, and then a Monday, Tuesday, and they were all at home. And our AD, John Odell, put the schedule up, and at the bottom he put something like a Christmas homestand, and he had a picture of a Die Hard, and he, photoshopped a Santa hat on top. So I'll just leave it at the culture is big enough to where, yes, they are definitely Christmas movies.
Okay, so
nothing supporting something behind that. Absolutely.
Then you need to ask Odell this. By that logic, that makes Rocky IV a Christmas movie because the fight takes place on Christmas Day in Russia.
I'm on board with that.
Okay.
I'm on board with that. And then you kind of trickle down. You go, are all the Harry Potter movies Christmas movies? Because there's, usually a Christmas scene in there.
I've never seen Harry Potter.
Oh, got to get on it. My drive from Helena every day. Well, that's where I'm in the car right now driving to school, and I always listen to Harry Potter audiobooks. Probably something not a lot of people know about me.
Wow.
I'm constantly listening to Harry Potter, so it's a highlight of my day. But oh yeah, every Harry Potter movie has at least one Christmas scene. So
Okay.
that's another. The nerd community, it's split just like Die Hard is.
I didn't want to say the nerd word, but you went ahead and did it. So
Oh yeah, you gotta own it.
Okay, so final question: should Christmas music be played from Thanksgiving to Christmas 24/7 or sprinkled in?
Oh. Are we talking Neil Diamond or?
No, all Christmas music.
Okay. I would say my mom's rule on it, as soon as you see Santa Claus on the TV from the Thanksgiving Day parade is when you can start.
Ooh, okay. So
she's got it to a science.
All right, so her and my wife are similar there. I say sprinkle it in because, like my radio station, we're sprinkling it in. We add more each hour up closer you get. But then from 6 p.m. Christmas Eve to 6 p.m. Christmas Day, it's nothing but Christmas music.
Love it.
It's like TNT with A Christmas Story. It's just 24 hours.
Yep.
Perfect. Hey, Coach, enjoy the holiday break. Enjoy this final day of school for a couple of weeks, and look forward to chatting in the new year.
That's awesome, Jason. Thanks a bunch for having me on again.
Tyler Patrick, Townsend boys coach, joining us off the wall Mancave. Yeah. Final results of the Twitter poll, by the way. It's around 86% agree with me that it should be Danny sprinkled in Christmas music. Now, Continental Divide Radio from 6 p.m. Sunday night to 6 p.m. Monday will be 24 hours of Christmas music. So I think I found
On the 12th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me.
So this is straight no chaser. 12 Days of Christmas. The whole song's pretty good.
On the 12th day, my true love gave to me 12 drummers drumming like Olympus above the Serengeti.
So they're like an a cappella group. So it's not bad. It's not bad. For Coach Patrick, we might put it on, Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. But it's not terrible. So there you go. What else did he bring up? Oh, Neil Diamond. I did find it. I did add it. Little drummer boy action here. You have all weekend. You can tweet us at JWalkerSports. Email Jason at JasonWalkerShow.com. Text us 406-209-1267. But favorite Christmas song, favorite Christmas movie. Neil Diamond Christmas album is legit, Coach Patrick. So thank you for that recommendation. Neil Diamond's just great in general. We'll let Neil play in the background while we do On This Day in History. It is Thursday, December the 21st. It is National Solstice Day, or International. It's the day of the solstice. It's the winter solstice. It's the shortest day of the year. It's the first day of winter. Does not feel like it. Like Coach Bender said, it's about 80-degree difference than what it was a year ago. And this date in 1891, the first game of basketball based on rules created by James Naismith, played by 18 students in Springfield, Massachusetts. 1941, Bears' Ray McClain makes the last NFL drop kick for an extra point until Drew Brees did it. That's been a while ago now. Or not Drew Brees, it was Doug Flutie did it. His last season. 1959, the great Tom Landry accepts the coaching job with the Dallas Cowboys. Would stay until 1988. 1969, Vince Lombardi with Washington coached his very last football game, a loss to the Cowboys in Dallas, and Tom Landry. Finished the season 7-5-2, finished his career 105-35-6. 1984, BYU beat Michigan in the Holiday Bowl to win its only NCAA Division I-A football title. We all know what happened in 1984 for Montana State. Josh Gibson, the great Hall of Fame Negro League catcher, born on this date in 1911. He's in the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame. Joe Paterno, born on this date in 1926. Chris Everett, the tennis player, turned 69 today. 18-time Grand Slam champ, singles. 2017, Dick Enberg died of a heart attack at the age of 82, the great sportscaster. Snow White, the Seven Dwarfs, the first full-length feature film animated and the earliest in the Walt Disney Animated Classics series, premiered on this date, 1937. Kiefer Sutherland, great actor, 1966, born on this date in London, England. 1620, Mayflower Pilgrims come ashore at Plymouth Bay. Some people say different days, but there you go. George Patton died on this date in 1945, Old Blood and Guts. Let's see here. Let's do this.
Almost at the end of the show. What did we learn? And what did he miss? Time for the walk-off.
The walk-off presented by Cafe Zydeco, where the Big Easy meets the Big Sky. Stop in for the best Cajun this side of New Orleans and support those that support those who help everyone. What else did we see? there was a couple other things. Butte Crosstown basketball is Friday night, Central and High at the Civic Center. That'll be Friday night. And Chase Hawks Roughstock Rodeo at Metro Park Saturday night. I have yet to go to that. Someday I'll make it down. It's always the week after the NFR. You get the same stock, a lot of the same cowboys, and it's one great night of rodeo, all for a great organization in Chase Hawks. Man, what a great week. What a great 2023 for the Jason Walker Show, too. We've had a lot of fun this year. And, man, just too much fun at times, right? We had great guests. We've had great stories, great events, great kids, great coaches. This has just been an absolute, unbelievable great year for 2023 as we celebrate 4 years of the Jason Walker Show earlier this month. And we couldn't do it without you. Our great fans, our great listeners, all 50 states, 56 countries. We appreciate the support with Continental Divide Radio, 26 countries, and nearly every state so far. And great sponsors across the board all year long. And if you want to get aboard, get a hold of myself, Jason Walker Media. You can also partner up with us and Off-the-Wall Advertising. Appreciate everything our sponsors do for us. It's been a blast. Hope you have a wonderful Christmas, wonderful holiday season, a happy, happy New Year for sure. This might be my all-time favorite Christmas song right here. This version by Martina McBride. Don't forget, it's Christmas Eve, 6 p.m. Continental Divide Radio. We will start 24 hours of Christmas music. Thanks to our guests this week, Guy Almquist, Brandon Day, Katie Garson-Forba, Tyler Patrick, Ty Ridgeway, Carson Bender, and like I said, all throughout the year, all of our fantastic support in every way. That includes my wife, my little one, friends and family. We'll see you back here in 2024. If you missed anything, JasonWalkerShow.com. You can go to JasonWalkerMedia.com as well. If you're out and about, last-minute gift ideas, gift certificates, auto concepts, any of our fantastic sponsors, support those that have kept this show going. And now behind Continental Divide Radio as well. Have a fantastic rest of the 2023 season. Be safe, be merry, Happy New Year, Merry Christmas. We'll see you back here January 2nd, 2024.
Produced by the Jason Walker Media Company. Any reuse, rebroadcast, or retransmission without the express written consent of the Jason Walker Show is strictly prohibited. Just listen, watch, and enjoy.